Have you ever wondered why your YouTube just completely fails after just 2 days, sometimes only after 1 day? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down the 5 most important aspects to not only your YouTube video, but your YouTube channel. And I have currently grown 13 different YouTube channels. 8 of those are well over 10,000 subscribers, and a lot has changed since I first started doing this 7 to 8 years ago. Now, I do need to preface this stating out the facts that most YouTube coaches or gurus out there, especially in our world, tend to be teaching you a lot of the new things and flashy strategies that you must do. We're here to coach you on all of the things that you absolutely must not do. And that is one of the biggest difference makers. As you sit there and chase all of these flashy new trends and all of these new strategies, those are the direct reasons why none of your videos seem to be working lately. So with these 5 strategies or checkpoints that you need to make sure that you are watching in every single video, the first one starts with SEO. Now, I know there's a lot of talk out there lately that some people guarantee SEO and some other people over here say that SEO doesn't even matter anymore. Is there even a need for SEO anymore? Yes. In our world of trying to grow an entire business with the YouTube platform, which I have done, selling over 800 homes with YouTube alone, SEO is one of the biggest factors to your YouTube channel. And here in a second, I'm actually going to show you behind the scenes of one of my YouTube videos and one of my YouTube channels to prove this point and show you something you've probably never seen before. But the first thing that I want to cover is YouTube Shorts. These are an absolute killer to the YouTube channel. And I don't care what marketing event or what guru you listen to. And in fact, if you go to the majority of their YouTube channels, they are peppered with YouTube Shorts. I'm telling you right now, growing a business with YouTube Shorts is the worst strategy I have ever heard of. We're not in the business of just getting views and followers and subscribers. That doesn't pay the bills when it comes to building a business. Now, there are a lot of big YouTube channels out there, and you're going to see them leverage YouTube Shorts. In fact, you're going to even see them leverage YouTube titles that don't have any SEO. That's the thing about somebody who's got millions or hundreds of millions of subscribers. They have that builder base built in already, and they can really build videos out of curiosity to spike that. But they don't really care who their audience is. They're going for the masses, and that's going to absolutely kill you. And that is one of the main reasons why your videos never get any views or die after just 2 days. Now, another killer to your YouTube channel is really going too broad. So one of your strategies, especially in the real estate world, would be doing videos about real estate marketing, about doom and gloom, and then videos about living in your city. If you think about that, if you pull them all apart, that is 3 completely different audiences. And yet we keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And the main reason that you do it is because if you do one of those videos and it explodes and erupts, that's the trend that you tend to follow. But then I get the emails and I get the calls, Jackson, I'm getting all these views and subscribers, but I'm getting no leads anymore. In fact, sometimes it's as bad as just doing videos in your market about top 5 taco spots, the top 10 things to do in the summer. These are meant to go out to people who are vacationing to your city, and you might love that video because it now has 5,000 views or 20,000 views, or it might have racked up 200,000 views and your channel's growing. But if you ain't getting leads, you're not making money. And I'm willing to bet that if you look at how much that video has made you through AdSense, it's not a lot, homies. One home sale a year could be 10x what you're making on the AdSense. Now, I'm going to get into real strategies here on what you need to look for in every single video later in this video, but I have to start here because this is probably the #1 trend that I see people following, and it's destroying their channels so bad that some of our elite clients have to completely shut down that old YouTube channel and start from scratch. Now, there's a few other positives to the SEO that you really need to make sure you are doing. One of them is your SEO for your channel. I'm not talking about each video individually. I look into YouTube channels and I look at the channel keywords sometimes, and they have the most broad, wide YouTube channel keywords that I've ever seen. It might be just real estate market, market updates. Again, you're talking about a national or even an international audience right there when you really need to be hyper focused on the actual person that is looking at your videos, looking to buy or sell a home. And when you do that, you're literally telling YouTube that you want to go over into all these niches and you are destroying your channel. Again, we're going to talk about strategies. I will give one away. When it comes to watch time and average view durations, if those numbers or those analytics are low on your channel, this could be one of your biggest killers. Another thing that I like to do is I like to actually change my file name of my video. Now, do I think that this is absolutely going to catapult your videos to your channel? No, but YouTube is crawling everything. I even read a study the other day that they read the words in your thumbnail. Now, here's just an example of what you can do. If you are editing your own videos, when you go to save that file, label it with the keywords of the video. For example, pros and cons of living in Chattanooga, Tennessee, right? But if you have the video and it's saved in your download folder or in an external hard drive, and it's literally just titled with numbers or MV file or MP4, you simply can go into any file and just retitle it. So I would type in pros and cons So I would simply type in pros and cons of living in Boise, Idaho. Now when I hit enter, if I drag this file into YouTube, the file name of that video will have keywords. It tells YouTube exactly what it's about. And one more thing about SEO is when you upload that video, make sure that you are using tags. They are becoming a little bit less irrelevant, but that's mainly because everybody abused the system. And if you're abusing the system, YouTube is going to punish you. I still am going to use tags, but my tags are really going to support the video. So if we take that video, for instance, pros and cons of living in Boise, Idaho, I want living in Boise, Idaho, moving to Boise, Idaho, pros and cons of living in Boise, Idaho. I'm going to find a lot of the keywords that really are the same as that title. I'm not going to put in Meridian, Idaho, or Eagle, Idaho, or just living in Idaho. I really want to make sure that my tags are what my active viewers and future buyers are searching and not what I think this massive broad audience wants to see. Now, again, let me give you a real behind the scenes look at how this works. If we look here, we can get into basically the YouTube studio of my entire YouTube channel. And what I want to show you is actual proof of what happens when you nail this SEO and then you pair that up with good average view durations and watch time. Now, what I'm going to do is give you a real behind the scenes look at what happens if you get this SEO right and your watch time and the average view duration. And this is what's going to really catapult your YouTube channel. Now, here in a minute, I'm actually going to get into the analytics of this channel and show you something you've probably never seen. But real quick, I actually just want to go through these channels. Now, I'm going to go to a video that I shot a long time ago. I want to find one that I shot almost a year ago and show you the actual proof of this. I'm going back 3 pages and I'm actually going to find this video right here. So this is a video that I uploaded almost a year ago. Now, the other thing to note on this is the longest video that I've ever done. It's nearly 2.5 hours long. So imagine running your business. Imagine wanting to get in front of people every single day. And imagine if they're watching 2.5 hours of you. You can build a lot of trust with your audience that way. And I'm not saying go shoot a 2.5 hour video, but I will talk a little bit later about length of video and video structures and what you need to be seeing with your YouTube channel. But another thing that we love to see, if I go to the details tab, and I'm actually going to show this a little bit better later on, is when we go down and we can see we're ranking for a ton of the top keywords for Houston, Texas, living in Houston. So what that means is when people search any of those long tail keywords, my video is popping up right there at the top position or the top 5 or top 10. And that is a lot of different keywords. And that thing is just going to keep humming for years and years to come. Now, the second reason that your YouTube videos tend to die within 1 to 2 days is because you are not building assets. You are out there searching for the one-hit wonders. There's nothing that feels better than going viral right out of the gate. But like I just proved in the analytics behind the scenes, and YouTube approves of it and loves it, it's going to work for years to come, and the trajectory will be just like this for a long time. Now, the reason I say build assets is because we do not want to live in the world where we have videos that just fly up out of the gate and completely die. That is short form content. And it's also the doom and gloom content. If you're a creator out there trying to make your YouTube channel grow and you're doing the daily news style videos, you're going to notice this. In fact, I've done it in a different niche and it is painful. There's 2 things wrong with it. 1, your videos only last for 1 day. 2, those videos make you depressed. When you have to talk negative news every single day, you are going to run out of steam quickly. But as more and more realtors are entering this market and you're competing with 3 to 5 to 10 to 20 different channels, when you don't build these assets, these videos that get into the top of ranking, you are going to get buried. And this is honestly why we typically work in our elite coaching program with channels that have been established for a year, 3 years, or even 5 years, because they're running into this. I get dozens of emails every week. Jackson, things are not working anymore. I went from closing 20 or 40 or 60 homes a year to zero. And it's because times got tough, they got desperate, and they started making a lot of these same mistakes. And now they look at a YouTube channel to where they used to be able to post any video because there was no competition and they just went up. And now they fall flat on their face. They're not focused on making the best content anymore. They're just kind of going through the motion. And this is what I want you guys to really alleviate yourself from. You've got to really focus on making that one better video than making a bunch of really crappy short videos. So there's two aspects to making sure that you build these assets correctly. The first part of that, making sure that your SEO is on par. You've got to make sure that you have that description, you've got the tag, you can even change the file name, and your tags, they all support that video. And if they watch that video, they get exactly what they thought they were going to get when clicking on it. So you do not want to fall into the trap of bait and switch titles, bait and switch thumbnails to where they look really good, the title's amazing, but they jump on and it's different style of content. Again, YouTube really punishes you for this. There's way too many creators out there making good videos, and that is a top reason why a lot of times your videos fall flat right out of the gate. Two, you're not niching in your audience. Again, we think as real estate agents that, oh, I don't care who calls me, I'll work with anybody. But at the end of the day, that is going out to a broad audience. And if you're talking luxury one day and then first time home buyers the next day and then 55 plus the next day and actually next week, then you're going to be going to a totally different audience. And when they come and they watch a video that you just posted because they liked your last video, well, they're not going to like your new future video. Again, if you build an entire YouTube channel with an audience that likes a certain style of content, then whenever you put something else out there, yes, they're going to come watch that. It's going to hit their home screens, but they do not view it for a long time. They click on and they click off. That bounce rate is an absolute killer to your YouTube channel. The more that you niche down, the more that you speak to basically one audience, you will have 10x, if not 100x the success. And most importantly, when building assets, the beautiful part about it is, and maybe you've seen this if you're a seasoned YouTuber, those videos can spike later on. One of my records was like 650 days later, the video went absolutely parabolic, gaining hundreds of thousands of views, getting us hundreds of leads. So you need to understand that when you nail your SEO, you make one good video, you really build that niche audience, these videos can take off later down the road. And that's why I love this style of building a business on YouTube rather than the daily doom and gloom or YouTube shorts, because they're never going to fire off again. And last but not least, I've looked at the traffic source when I've done shorts on my YouTube channel, and none of it has anything to do with moving to Houston, Texas, or moving to North Idaho. It really destroys your channel. Not only will it lower your average view durations and watch time dramatically, you're going to bring in, again, a completely random audience that does not want your YouTube videos about moving to your area. But yet every single day, thousands of real estate agents are doing it and they are killing their YouTube channels. The good news for us and our elite coaching students is that we focus on the path, we stay on the path, and we're the ones who go out and just really dominate markets. Now, the third reason why your YouTube video could be falling immediately is your thumbnails. I'm going to be giving you a deep dive on what you should have on your thumbnail and what to expect from it, plus kind of a little formula that I've created so that you can see if that thumbnail is performing good. But real quick, I do want to talk about our elite coaching program. We are getting a lot of reach outs about it. It's not a fit for everybody. If you're somebody who's thinking about doing this, you're probably not a fit for our program. We're really focused on elite real estate agents who are putting in the work. We run a very strict regimen. We actually teach you exactly how to shoot the video, get the hooks, get the rehooks, extend those average view durations and watch time. Then we watch the video after you post it and we go through it with you so that we know what to eliminate and where to grow. Again, a lot of the YouTube gurus out there teach you all these new flashy things to do. We teach you what not to do. And if you want more information on that, you just head right on over to channeljunkies.com. That's our website. And you can book that strategy call directly with us. We also provide channel audits. So everything that I'm talking about here, when we go through and do a deep dive of your channel, we can start seeing all of the waste, all of the mistakes. Hopefully you haven't gone so deep that we got to tell you to just start from scratch, but mostly we can give you kind of a path to go forward and what to eliminate. Either one of those ChannelJunkies.com has everything that you need. So the third reason, again, that your YouTube videos are dying after just 2 days, a lot of times it can be the thumbnail. Now, when I release a video, I look at a couple different measures. One, I'm looking at that click-through rate. Two, I'm looking at the watch time, the average view duration. Those are metrics that I want to see, because if I can see those right out of the gate, I can tell if my thumbnail's working or if my video's working, or I can tell if my thumbnail's not working or my video's not working. Now, a simple little gauge for this is if you look at a video and the click-through rate is really high, but your average view duration is really low, your watch time is low, two things are happening. One, you've done a complete bait and switch. That title, that thumbnail is amazing, but when they get onto that video, it has nothing to do with what those two things said. Now, one big mistake that I see is we make these really cool thumbnails, these titles, and then we open the video very boringly, talking about ourselves or just sitting in a kitchen at an open house. That's not gonna fly in today's YouTube. Now, the other side of that, let's say you have a really low click-through rate, but your average view duration is really high. It's 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 minutes long. That is a direct indicator that you need to be tweaking not only that thumbnail, but most likely the title as well. In fact, I've had a lot of success changing or tweaking titles to improve my click-through rates. But if you follow that kind of strategy right there, you can really start to teach yourself exactly what the YouTube algorithm wants, and more importantly, what your niche audience wants. The second thing about your thumbnails, you need to brand you. You need to find a way that you can stand out amongst all of the other real estate agents out there. So it can have colored borders, it can have a certain style of font, but most importantly, you got to be into it. Now, a lot of times I see, people want to put themselves in the thumbnails, but you can see their entire body. So on a thumbnail, you're about this big. I can't really make out your face. Most of mine are going to be basically shoulder up, maybe my waist and up, but I'm going to be slammed right up in that thumbnail. Again, people love our videos. In fact, our local audience is erupting. We are getting 5 to 6 listings every single month from our YouTube channel because of our calls to action, which I'm going to teach in my next video. But all of that to be said, that's when the power of the YouTube algorithm works, because it's going to go out and find people most likely to watch your content. But if people do watch your content, then your videos start to show up on their homepage all the time. Then they start getting notifications that you have new videos coming out. They already love you. They already love your style of videos. You got to make sure you put your face on there. Another big mistake that I see with thumbnails, we want to just put a big house and a big price tag on it, whether we're going ultra luxury or ultra affordable. Again, that's not branding you. And in fact, we've had multiple elite students come into our program who have some of the biggest YouTube channels I've ever seen. And you want to know what they tell me? They say, Jackson, I get all these views, all these subscribers. I even got pulled up on a stage to speak. I don't get any leads from it. What in the hell's going on? That is an entertainment style channel. They're there simply to see these luxury homes that ain't nobody able to afford. So with that, you got to be very mindful that you got to get your face all over it. You got to be a consistent brand. And when they open that video, basically what your thumbnail is needs to show and portray what's in the video immediately. And lastly, about the thumbnails, you have the ability right in the YouTube studio to split test up to 3 thumbnails. They even released it for most channels where you can split test 3 different thumbnails and 3 different titles all at once. This, again, you can train yourself. You can become the expert. Start trying different thumbnails. In fact, what I like to do is take almost the exact same thumbnail and just change the words in the thumbnails to see which one produces the best click-through rates, which one gets the best watch time. All of those analytics are tracked, and you can track those too. So the fourth reason that your YouTube video fails immediately out of the gate is because you've got very low watch time and very low average view duration. So these are really the numbers that you need to be looking for. And again, I'm going to go in the back end and show you, but if you go to your overall YouTube channel analytics and you check the traffic source, if your YouTube search for lifetime or the last 28 days or the last 90 days is about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, your channel's probably not going to grow very quickly. Again, the game has changed. We can't just upload videos with minimal competition and blow up. Now, some of you are in small markets with no competition. Great, you can do that. But when it gets competitive, it's really looking for those longer average view durations. So you want to shoot for a target of 5 to 6 minutes. And let me show you what that looks like. So if we go into the back end of our YouTube channel and we select the analytics tab, we want to go right here to the See More tab. This is what I do on a lot of channel audits. This is what I do with our elite students. We need to get the answers. You can tell me until you're blue in the face that you make better videos than everybody in your market. I don't really care. I hear it every day. I want to see what the actual viewers think. We go here to the breakdown, and I'm going to go into the traffic source. This is really where you need to be spending a lot of time. So recently, we obviously have browse and suggested as our top drivers to our YouTube channel. This is where we strive to get our elite students to, because when YouTube algorithm works for you, it's going to recommend your videos out there for you. And that is when we see the explosive growth. How do you get there? When your YouTube search reaches about 5 to 6 minutes, like I said, that's when we typically see it start to tip over and you get more browse and suggested. If your YouTube search is 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you're typically going to be stuck there for a long time. You got a couple videos leading the way, getting views in search, but they're not that long and your average view durations are holding you back from YouTube recommending you. I'm able to get this channel in just the last 28 days up to 7-minute average view duration. And that leads to over, about 65% of my views coming from the browse and suggested. So this is leveraging the YouTube algorithm. Again, most people are going to teach you these new flashy things to do. We teach you what not to do. YouTube shorts, short form content, doom and gloom videos, what to do in your area during the summertime months, top 5 taco spots. These don't cut it, but we can get some answers from YouTube search, even though we want it in that 3rd position. When we click on that, it's going to tell us what are people actually searching to find our channel. And you want it to look like this. Again, if it's top 10 things to do in the summer or taco spots, or, the housing market is crashing, but yet you're trying to get buyers who are moving to your city, do you think that's going to work? No, it's going to continue to recommend those out there. And so people who have those videos, you've got to unlist and private those immediately. But typically when you let those run for a long time and they build your channel over months or years, your channel's screwed. You've got to start that thing from scratch, because anytime you try to reverse it from now, the entire audience is already built up of doom and gloom information. They're not going to want your positive, actual relocation information. So when we come here, it gives us a few things. Obviously, it's all about Houston, which is great. The other thing that I learned, we got stuff about Sugar Land, we got stuff about Katy, Texas, Conroe, Texas. So these are top drivers to the channel. So I need to be doing more videos about these, but I like to really make sure that I am focused on the biggest driver to my channel, which is Houston, Texas. Now, just to prove one other cool thing, if we back out of here and we go to actual YouTube, you saw there that Sugar Land, Texas was one of our top drivers. I'm willing to bet that if we type that in, we can see something here. So we go, Sugar Land, Texas is searched a ton, and there we go. The top position is us. So this video is bringing us in a lot of views. And here's another cool part about our Channel Junkie strategy. If we go to the analytics of this video, again, is this viral? Is this thing getting millions of views? No, but we get a lot of leads every month about people moving to Sugar Land. And as you can see, whoa, it's way below the gray line. That's because it's going against my big vlogs that get a lot more views. But if we shrink this thing down a little bit and we really get rid of that gray line, what we can tell is that daily, this thing is just ripping. It is getting a ton of views. And if we go into the See More tab, we go to that traffic source, we can see overall, and this is a different style of video, that this video is working for us very, very good. And you might be telling yourself, well, Jackson, YouTube search leads the way. Yes, it does for this individual video, but that brings in a lot of traffic to where now our videos, 65% of our views come from browse and suggested. So you do need to have your SEO. You do need to rank for some of these suburbs so that you get them into your ecosystem. And from there, YouTube can recommend your content, not only to them, but other people who have similar search habits. And you want to see something even cooler, because the good thing about this video, again, it's an asset. It's going to work for years to come. That's the number one thing we strive for with our elite coaching clients, is that we build these assets that work for them, especially when times get a little bit tougher. If we go here to the details tab, look at this. We go on down, and again, we want SEO, we want to rank. Well, if we go and check out all of the tags that we put in here, that is disgustingly awesome. We rank for just about everything. That's 20 different long form keywords that we rank for. This video is killing it right here and is going to kill it for years to come. It's also a different strategy that I did as I got away from doing more SEO style videos. We went into doing these long form vlogs. They were getting a lot of browse suggested, but they weren't ranking for the suburbs. I wanted to go back in and take the top spot for the suburbs again. And with videos like this, I'm doing it. So I employed a new strategy. One really focuses on the browse, the vlogs, the big long ones. And then two, I do a second video a week where I do a little bit shorter ones and I dominate every single suburb of Houston. And that is driving us traffic left and right. We are covered everywhere. So I got a little bonus tip for you. This may not be a reason why you're not getting views, but it also could be a reason why your videos do not perform well. The fifth reason your YouTube videos die after 2 days is because you have a very weak YouTube schedule, an upload schedule, and you're also doing the wrong length of videos. So right out of the gate, I would shoot for one really good video a week at the exact same day and time, and I would tell people in every video when you release those videos so that you can build up that audience that shows up. That actually allows us to get almost 80% of our views from the television set nowadays, and that really lengthens our average view durations. If you are someone who's a little bit newer to the YouTube game, you really need to focus on those probably 12 to 15 to 17 minute videos. I found this out the hard way. When you start a brand new channel and you make all your videos 30 minutes, 45 to an hour, you don't have an audience built in yet. When people go to search to try and find videos, they want that title and thumbnail that explains everything, but they also are looking for that timestamp to be lower. Once they watch a video and a video gets recommended and they like that person, they don't care how long it is. That's how the YouTube algorithm really works, and I know it firsthand. So when starting a newer channel, you do have to use that SEO and you have to start getting videos ranked into search, and it typically works better with those shorter videos. From there, once you start getting an audience, that's when you start to lengthen those videos out. Those people will watch your videos longer, and then it can recommend your videos to the correct audience. None of this happens overnight. None of it is easy, and in fact, it's getting harder and harder. But the good news is, for people who've been doing this for years, they're stuck in the old ways and they are cutting every corner they can, and they're running ads on their channel and they're doing YouTube shorts and they are burying themselves. So even if a channel has 20 or 50,000 subscribers, a lot of them are not getting leads anymore. And this is why we give our elite coaching students the exact video structure to follow, exactly how long these videos need to be, when to lengthen them, what SEO to use, how to hook them, how to rehook them, and how to engage your audience, and most importantly, how to get these people to reach out. If you stray away from that path, just trying to get more people to your channel, you are going to have little to no success at all, and your videos are going to die after 2 days. Again, make sure that you guys go to channeljunkies.com, book a strategy call, see if you're a fit for our program, if you can handle hanging with us, or if you're in dire need of one of those YouTube channel audits. It's all over at channeljunkies.com. And if you want to see more up-to-date strategies, I created an entire playlist. No BS, all data analytics, the real deal Holyfield, exactly how to grow a YouTube channel is in this playlist right here.